mundo alternativo. What's going on?
Pues un desmadre. Estamos esperando al Manolo, que va a llegar tarde porque anda chambeando en esta noche.
Trabaja
Es
duro.
un servidor de la comunidad de Santa Rosa. Fíjate.
Sí.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
You know, 20 years later, when we used to clean up his puke all over the sidewalk, you know.
Éramos desmadrosos y él era, por eso le llaman, no, diabólico.
Sí.
Porque de veras que era el, como dices, el principal desmadroso de aquí de mi
De nuestra banda. Yeah.
So,
Era más de 20 años, 25 por ahí más o menos, you know, like, yeah.
bueno,
Yeah.
Estamos aquí en el Face por un momentito. Estamos ya en vivo a través de también de la radio MVMN. En el link ahí a través de Facebook encuentras los links. Cómo escuchar la música, si quieren escuchar lo que está pasando en vivo. Y si no, pues aquí con las caritas estas bien hermosas del Chivo.
Y el Dr.G.
Qué hermosa carita, ¿no? Vamos a seguir estas conversaciones sobre la música de hoy, la música que nos encanta. Y lo
pues ya tenemos más de media hora charlando de a bunch of different topics.
Unas buenas canciones.
A ver, a mí me encanta la Elite, pero when you put this specific jam on from La Elite, I'm going, Dr. G, did he get his dog collar out and put it on, or what happened?
You know, I could tell you that there is, hold on, you got to understand that I enjoy that stuff.
I know.
I think
we joke about Manolo being sketchy, but el Dr. G is definitely sketchy.
Definitely very, this is that band. This is that band that
La Elite, we've been fans. Empezaron durante el pandemia, and this guy, and he teams up with so many different people. Tengo una canción que escogí de La Elite that I'll be playing in a few weeks that he's doing with collab with somebody.
Yeah, no, these guys, they're two.
Yeah.
They're touring Europe. They don't mess around. They're like touring Europe. So La Elite,
Boulevard Boys.
Boulevard Boys. ¿Quiénes son esos? Who are the Boulevard Boys? Good music.
It's you walking down the street con Martín Surundegoy, Bolillo, and Manolo. All skipping down the street going like, and everybody's running scared because like they don't know what's going to happen.
Estábamos algo delgaditos. Turning on mics, but anyway. Aquí tu amigo locutor, programador y muy bien desconocido Dr. G.
Y su cómplice, el Chivo, Boulevard Boys, La Elite.
La Elite, nuevo. Se consideran un nuevo punk, obviamente un synth punk.
Yeah.
¿Qué te pareció?
Well, I've been a fan de La Elite por ya más de 2 años. Ya tienen casi 3 años de estar juntos. They made one of my top 10 lists, creo que el 2021.
Yeah, they're like their style. Y fíjate, son de El Paso, Texas. Y hace poco sacaron un nuevo EP o un nuevo disco. And they're touring. They don't mess around.
I think they relocated to Madrid.
I wouldn't doubt it because
no, I'm serious. I think they relocated to Madrid.
Okay.
Yeah.
They están en gira por todo Europa. Pero yeah, well, that kind of makes sense. Which I was like, I got a little jealous. I was like, I respect that, and that's
they're doing a lot con Sonido Muchacho and other labels from Malasaña and Madrid.
Right.
So yeah.
Hay mucho más apoyo para ese género ¿no? En otros países que aquí en los Estados Unidos estamos todavía un poquito backwards with certain genres,
Yeah.
pero la elite me la mueve. I'll tell you that, you know, and sure, I'll wear some dark, tight outfits.
Leather. Yeah.
Pleather. When I was vegan, I would wear the pleather. It was like, yes.
That's right. I remember you used to have vegan docks and vegan creepers.
Creepers. I wore those suckers till they like fell apart.
Yeah, because they don't make them like as good as the leather stuff. Man.
No, pues es que
Bueno, vamos a seguir porque esta noche we got a fat
heavy. Yeah.
set list.
Yep.
Okay, hablando de Elite was one of my favorite bands, or one of my rookie choices hace un par de años. La próxima banda que voy a tocar igual, también, empezaron durante el pandemio, and a couple years ago I also picked them for one of my rookie bands of the year.
Yeah.
Vamos a Perú con la banda Chinese Park. Lo intentamos todo.
Mi vecindad. Man, Chinese Park is intense, man.
It's I was re-listening to the set list en la noche when I was painting a little bit. I was zoning out and painting acrylics, and Chinese Park reminded me of listening to Santa Sabina in 1993.
I could see that.
Okay. No que son igual en la música, no. Pero in the vibe, in the feelings that it evokes in me.
Have you seen the picture of them?
Yeah. I've seen a couple of videos too. The young, long hair emo kids, you know. Yeah.
Like the singer, it's beautiful to me. It's beautiful to see that. To see
Chinese Park, along with a bunch of other bands from Peru, are just like we were when we were growing up. We didn't have much. Poor backgrounds, cheap equipment, whatever we got, you know. But there's beauty in that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
And the music. I mean, listen to it. So.
You know, Chinese Park mixes a little bit with emo and a little bit of the punk scene. So esas son sus raíces, you know. But there's something really pretty about it.
There is, and they're, you know, their youth.
Yeah.
La juventud, la música muy buena.
They remind me of some of the bands that I used to see in La Fronteras when I used to go on tour, and we used to play like Tecate in little small towns, and you'd have like opening bands with the, you know, crappy gear, but a lot of energy.
Good energy, I was going to say.
You know,
good energy, good music. También,
Yo siempre, I'm always going to back bands like that, no matter what.
Absolutely.
You know.
Chinese Park desde Perú.
De Lima. Yep.
De Lima, Perú. Man.
No, they're from outside of Lima. They're Huancayo, Perú.
Órale. Yeah. El título de la canción, lo intentamos todo y perdimos. It happens.
Yep.
Como lo quieras ver, it happens. Chinese Park. A ver, se me olvida mover.
A ver, mira, la próxima canción. I picked it no nomás porque me encanta.
Es the most reciente, right?
Yeah.
The most recent release. Yeah.
This set, I went con esta canción específicamente y con la canción que escogió Manolo. Porque Vía Belgrado and Biznaga both put out albums this year. And aquí en mi vecindad, we've been fans of both bands since their inception, casi 10 años atrás. And escucha esta rola.
Yeah.
You know where I'm going with this, right? Is it Via Belgrado? Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Tiene que ver mucho la cantante. Obviamente, las letras vienen de Belgrado, ¿no? El estilo creo que tiene que ver con la invitada.
Sara Sosaya. You know, that Manolo, like ever since he discovered her,
Yeah.
what, a year and a half ago, is just like, pero
Right.
también, no nomás aquí en mi vecindad, she's been blowing up everywhere. Sara Sosaya is like she took País Vasco by storm, and now she's taking, España and the rest of Europa, or like, she's duetting with Via Belgrado. I mean, when I saw this, I was like, se me pararon los pelos. Manolo says, "Let me in."
I didn't. I normally hear like a bling bling or something. I swear.
Hey, what's up, fuckers?
We were just talking about how and why I chose this song, Manolo.
Why'd you choose it?
I wanted to formulate this set with two bands in mind: Via Belgrado and Biznaga.
Okay.
Both bands put out albums this year.
Mm-hmm.
You chose Biznaga, and I chose this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then we all kind of like nos arropamos with the rest of the set. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I think the fucking set's awesome.
Oh, it's brilliant. We've been bragging about it for like the last half hour that you haven't been here.
We can talk smack about you too, okay?
We were talking about Chinese Park before it, and I was mentioning how I was listening to the set earlier, and I was painting, doing some acrylic painting, and Chinese Park came on, and it reminded me, it evoked some emotions that I had listening to Santa Sabina 31 years ago. They don't sound the same.
Right.
But it pushed me emotionally. Keep it in your pants, Manolo.
I was just reaching there.
It's not that kind of a show.
No. But I am gonna rub my nipples.
Turning on mics.
Lo mejor de tus canciones si me acunas.
Sara Sosaya, Viva Belgrado. Wow.
Amazing singer.
Amazing collab. I've been really on a high horse over España en particular, Madrid en particular. It's been a hotbed los últimos 3, 4, 5 años of amazing collaborations in their scene. It makes me completely jealous. Can you imagine being in bands over there and just collabing left and right? Via Belgrado, Sara Sosaya. Amazing rola. Antes de eso, Chinese Park de Lima, Perú, con Lo Intentamos Todo y perdimos. Yeah. What do you guys think?
I think tonight's set is fire, dude.
Fire. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Está bien prendido el pinche set y también yo. Así es que let's continue with the music.
Yeah, because we got a lot. Okay.
We've been talking.
I'm going to go with another band right now. And I know Manolo is going to say, ask me this and ask me that. And I'm going to tell you this right now, Bato. There's no information. They have 2 singles only. No, Manolo, 2 singles. 2 singles only. And this is one of them from this year.
How old is this jam?
Months. Okay. I have no idea where they're from. La banda se llama Estamos Perdidos.
Yeah.
And if you do a search for Estamos Perdidos, you're going to get about 20 different bands. And none of them are the ones that we're playing right now.
Wow. Okay.
Esta canción se llama Mil Veces Agosto. el grupo Estamos Perdidos, de un sencillo que apenas acaba de salir hace 3-4 meses. So check it out. Estamos Perdidos, 1000 veces agosto.
Aquí en mi vecindad, MVMN, Diabolico. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah,
Jam.
I stumbled on this.
I recall looking for them, and I found something.
Did you? Okay. Because I couldn't find anything. I would love to know where they're from.
Yeah, let me see here. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I tagged them, or was trying to tag them, because they do have a Instacrack.
Okay.
Right, and las vocales. I mean, it's
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Let me see here. What I was trying to do is tag them onto our Facebook. Facebook, but they do have an Instacrack. And I was trying to. There's a way of tagging the Instacrack at hashtag, not the hashtag with the ad. Nicolás Gómez es el guitarrista, Andrés Bastida el otro guitarrista, y Juanqui el bajista.
Are they from Mexico, or where are they from?
So they're considered funky. Quito, norte de Quito. So that's
Peru.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of makes sense because they're very like Chinese park a little bit in some ways.
Yeah. So I did. Ahorita que mencionaste, I was like, I remember looking for them. So son de Quito, Perú. And el Instacrack style, one word. As a matter of fact, I think it's kind of weird. Like, no somos.
Nice. Well, can you imagine seeing them in Chinese park together?
Ooh. Estamos perdidos with an extra S after the first S, and estamos.
Okay.
So that's the way they spell it on Instagram. Y two S's, both
with two S's.
This is like some dreamy pop, man.
Yeah, I guess they're from Peru.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I was looking for them to try to tag them on Facebook, and I found them, but only on Instagram. So yeah, from Quito, and man, they remind me of Chinese park in many ways. Yeah.
I like their little aggression right there.
Mm-hmm.
So you fellas been, man?
Good, really busy. I had a opportunity to re-listen to the set twice today, and that's when I started acting like this kid on the portada with the set. Just going, yeah, it is kind of mouthwatering.
I almost threw a last-minute curveball, and it would have made a lot of sense if I had.
Okay.
But I decided not to.
You're gonna save it for a different show, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you drinking?
It's a Shred Nose Deep.
Is it a stout?
It's a IPA, West Coast.
Oh, West Coast. Yeah, they're stout season. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I got some Brooklyn one recently, vanilla something.
Oh, nice.
Pretty nice. But I was looking for Baba Gaga.
Oh, Baba Yaga?
Baba Yaga, and I fucking can't find it.
Ooh, that might. It should be out pretty soon,
right?
Man. Yeah.
Their Republic, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just couldn't find it, but Anyhow, estamos escuchando a La Paloma.
La Paloma desde Madrid.
You played these guys a couple times.
Yeah, I like them. I like them quite a bit, and you know,
Muy buen grupo.
there is
La Paloma y no el pajarito.
I mean, a few years ago, I was like really high on Sudamerica, like Peru and a couple other countries. The last 2 or 3 years, it's mainly been España has been on fire, like just fire.
Dude, I didn't mean for my set to be so heavy from Spain.
No, and neither did mine. Neither did mine. I mean, okay, like 2/3 of it from Spain, and you know, it just blended well together.
Yeah, mine's 2/3.
Yeah, mine's 2/3 also. So I mean, think about it. The majority of the set is, you know.
Yo nomás el tip,
Just a tip. Just a tip. You know.
Estamos escuchando bajo nuestras voces La Paloma. Bueno, el grupo La Paloma. Aquí en mi vecindad a través de Diablovisión y a través de la radio MVMN Live 365. Ahí están los links en el Face.
Where are our fans tonight, man?
It's quiet tonight.
Repórtense, cabrones.
I see them, but yeah, they haven't been talking, but I do see that they're there.
They're probably doing chores and listening to us.
Y así como este estaba babeando. Turning on mics.
Eso fue el grupo La Paloma con la canción Polvo. Antes de eso, Estamos Perdidos, Mil veces Agosto, and Dr.G found out they're from Quito, Peru. So, nice.
That makes sense.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Estamos Perdidos, they only have 2 singles en este año. In the last few months, they put them out both. La Paloma's a couple years old.
Yeah.
Pandemia. You know, good stuff. And we're going to keep it going.
A ver.
Porque mira, this next song.
Oh, dude, I love this jam.
I thought you guys were gonna like, especially you, Manuel. I thought you were gonna bust my balls for it.
It throws me.
I love this jam.
It always throws me off.
It does, but you know what? They are doing chores.
Yeah.
Este grupo Victorias.
Yeah.
También also they just started during the pandemic, 2020, 2021 por ahí. They call themselves post-punk.
Right.
If I would have played this stuff in the 90s, you guys would have said,
well, why though?
Because it sounds bien fresa. I like it. Do not get me wrong. I am not like, you know, I really thought when I snuck it in, que Manolo was going to bust my balls and, you know, offer me a stick of Tutti Frutti, you know.
Whatever. No, man, this jam is legit, dude.
Yeah, no, okay, good, because then it's maybe not my senility in picking this thing. Anyways, let's listen to este grupo es de Seville, España. La canción se llama Victorias. They've been around for going on almost 3 years. They got an album, a few EPs. Check them out. Ella baila sola.
Mi vecindad, Diablovisión, MVMN. Turn it up, dude.
Do you know why you like it though?
Okay, let's go back to what we were talking about afuera del aire antes que empezamos el show.
Right.
De muchos de los géneros blurring, especially new bands.
Yeah.
The last 5-10 years, it sounds like they're blurring because to me, this would have been a very fresa pop rock en español, 97, 98, like, and you would have heard it in La Rocola and everybody be dancing to it, you know?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, and it'd be one of those jams that it would have been
como los amantes de Lola, güey.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Do I like it? Absolutely. So I'm not knocking out. I'm just saying that, like, but I've always been a secret fresa
Oh, absolutely.
since my alternativo days.
You know, I'm more on the blueberry organic side
Yeah.
than fresa, but nevertheless, a little bit of the tutti frutti. But there's another reason why you like it, and I'm not going to talk about it right now. I want to get
Okay.
out the radio.
Okay.
So this is what's coming to me. Absolutely, cuando empezó a cantar,
Yeah.
definitely the pop vocals was the first thing that got my attention. Y luego la música. So it's very interesting because it's almost like pop, a little bit of dance,
Mhm.
y a la misma vez, it has a hint of la moda.
Mm. I could see that.
Okay.
When he carries the voice. Mhm.
Yeah, and to me, it's like, oh wow, this is just fucking great.
It's pretty neat. I haven't dug into their whole catalog, but I couldn't get past this song. And I'm going like, okay. And it definitely fits in el set de esta noche.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny thing because I'm patterning everything off the Villa Belgrado song con Sara Sosaya and the Biznaga song that you're going to play later on.
Mm-hmm.
This next one, whew, también.
This set has a lot of new bands that I mean, at Chile, I'm playing 3 bands that I've never played before.
Really?
Period.
Like
Tonight.
this one, I mean, I looked into it and I was like, really? I didn't realize
Brand new. They're brand new. Yeah.
Well, but they have history.
Yeah, but they've only been around.
This kind of reminds me a little bit of like a Dancy Thatchers.
Kind of. Oh,
Yeah.
Thatchers has a new album, and it sounds a lot like this too.
Okay.
So yeah, I think they're all going in this direction. I'll play it soon.
Nice.
No,
You know what this reminds me? If Thatchers went to Madrid
Mhm.
and hung out with Annabelle Lee and those type of bands,
Mhm.
because you got the music of the Thatchers, but you got vocals that are snotty malasaña style.
Mhm.
You know?
La vida cañón. La vida cañón.
This is really catchy, man.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, it reminds me a little bit of Carolina Durante or stuff like that. You know, like
Mm.
you know, where it's pop rock, but it's got like, you know, be careful because he might spit in your face.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's elements of danger.
Dude, what's going on in this album cover? Like
Oh, yeah.
hedonism?
Yep, pretty much, yeah.
Are they fighting or are they fucking?
Both. And on stilts.
That's right. Well, that or I think we está grandote. Mhm.
Es que la vida cañón, dude. You know?
I love that part too. It's like it comes out. All right, turning on my turn right now. I got questions, so let's talk about this band. These two bands, okay? Turning on mics.
Eso fue Alcalá Norte con la canción La Vida Cañón. Antes de eso, Victorias, Ella Baila Sola. Los dos grupos de España, Victorias de Sevilla y Alcalá de Madrid. Yeah, I don't know. I've been on a very dancey,
It's great.
melancholic. Even though it's poppy, it is kind of dark.
Mhm.
You know.
Right.
Yeah, I like some of the things we talked off the air, like some of the the elements. Like to me, especially with this last song, Que Alcalá Norte. Like I was like, oh, this kind of reminds me of like a little bit of dancier Thatchers.
Mhm.
That was like the first thing that came to mind.
So,
Tienen un disco, couple EPs. They started in 2020. pandemic. Both these bands, pandemic bands.
So there's a centro comercial
Mm-hmm.
in the area they live in que se llama Alcalá Norte. So that's where they actually get the name. Someone like, well, why don't you just fucking call them, because I think they had another name and so one of those like license whatever names.
Yeah.
So some of the members are part of another band. Or
which band? Which band?
Los Planetas.
What?
Los Planetas?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay, so that's that about this band.
Okay.
Damn.
Now let me show you this one. Why do you like this song? And I'm asking you because there's a reason you like it, and you don't realize you like it because of that reason.
Because it reminds me of mid '90s La Rocola, or whatever.
Absolutely.
Venue that we used to go see, conciertos, and they do, a lot of like dancing after hours and before and whatever, and you'd always have these like Los Amantes de Lola, whatever playing in the background, Los Prisioneros, etc.
Diabolico, what do you think?
So I kind of shared a little bit off the air. I had mentioned que the vocals definitely cuando empieza a cantar se escuchan muy pop, and they're really good. Pero you know what? It kind of reminded me a little bit of what's that cold wave band from Puerto Rico, Chivo, that you played that did a reggaeton cover.
Oh, so Depresión post-mortem.
So it kind of reminds me of like a mashup of Depresión post-mortem with La Moda.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Well, this song is actually a Peso Pluma song.
Okay. No wonder it sounds as catchy as all.
This song is what made Peso Pluma.
Okay.
So when you picked it, I totally thought about Postmortem también because of the Bad Bunny songs. So I'm like, this guy's on a good trip because I love the mashup or the remake of these popular songs that are popular outside of the normal genre that we play here. But this is a Peso Pluma song, And so I thought you knew that. And so I was like, oh,
you know what? It sounded familiar. Pero la neta, I mean, I don't listen to a lot of that stuff.
That's what.
No es por nada. I'm not bagging on people that do. It's just, para mí, I've always been a rockero.
Yeah.
I listen to basically straight rock, punk, ska.
Well, that's how good this
cold wave
song is, that it got to you without you even knowing. And that's what's the beauty about it.
Es que soy fresa. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, you are.
You're listening to Peso Pluma on the regular drive to work. So, vamos a seguir.
Ya me cacharon.
Vamos a seguir.
Manolo, take it away. Get this.
So ahora we're going somewhere totally different. Vamos a escuchar a Descartes I Can't. Descartes I Can't. Oh man, I've been listening to this band a lot in los últimos meses.
They've been around for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been around for a while, pero I really, 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 really dig what they're doing, especialmente su material más reciente. Esta canción se llama After Destruction, del álbum After Destruction, que salió el año pasado. Equal parts punk, metal, pop, shoegaze, cabaret, indie rock, post-punk. Esta canción en particular me agarró la atención porque me recuerda mucho de una de mis artistas favoritas, Saint Vincent. It's like a mashup of like Devo, Saint Vincent, Chelsea Wolfe. She's all over the place. Esta banda son originalmente de Guadalajara, Jalisco, México. Y ahora viven o son residentes de la capital, la Ciudad de México. And van a venir aquí, están en gira ahorita en los Estados Unidos, van a pasar por aquí el área de la Bahía el 3 de noviembre, que es un domingo, pero fuck it. I'm going to go check them out. I'm really, really digging these guys right now.
Where are they playing with? Who are they playing with?
They're playing, ahorita te digo después, but yeah.
Sounds good. Bueno. Aquí, en mi vecindad.
So Descartes I Can't, así le pronuncian. They played in Watsonville.
What?
When?
Yeah, like 4 years ago, maybe.
Damn.
You know what? Yeah, because Buffalo brought him. Yeah.
Buffalo Brown.
At the Appleton.
Yeah,
they're badass, man.
Yeah.
with Osito Bimbo was part of that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
These guys are blowing up right now.
Yeah. Which is interesting because cuando they were in Hina, obviously they were just out. They were just doing their thing, and it is now that they're like, they've got some stuff. Me recuerda también cuando el that industrial, edgy feel to like the alternativo. Oh man, this is good. They got that.
Y me encantan their artistic style, especially their videos. Their videos are super cool.
I mean, they've been around for almost 20 years now. So I mean, that's
why I was saying earlier que hace como cuando 3 years maybe cuando
they've been around 17 years, casi 20.
And they but they're very seasoned, right? They're really good music. Pero no, they don't. How many damn groups? Earlier, El Chivo and I were talking about what's happening to genres and what's happening once bands cease to exist in certain genres, like the old school punk. They're aging out. They're completely aging out. So that style doesn't really. It's gonna move on. Archive siempre va a existir porque se va a escuchar, pero ese estilo ya no va a existir por muchas razones. This is a band that didn't have that kind of presence, and cuántos otros grupos that are out there that have really good music that just haven't had access to, other medias or folk or quién sabe, you never know, right? But it's a conundrum that we're in, Y pues aquí en mi vecindad te la vamos a tocar, la música.
Ooh. You're making promises, dude.
Give me some of the bagayaya, bayaya. The Ruski. I need some of that Ruski beer. You come across it, man. Let me know. Me mandas un
Oh, yeah. If I see it, I'll pick it up for you.
I'll be at the Santa Cruz this weekend. Are any of you guys interested in going to that show?
I'm going to be
Chicano Batman
out of town. It sounds cool.
No.
Let me get back to you on that one.
Okay. Yeah, I get there on Friday, so I'll be in Santa Cruz Friday through Sunday. So, you guys have anything going on, Chivo, this weekend? Performance or?
The girls got some stuff, but they're not performances. It's just busy all weekend. When are you coming down again?
Friday.
Yeah.
Friday through Sunday.
These guys are pretty cool, man.
Yeah. This is another new
Very.
Right?
Ortopedia técnica.
También para encontrar información sobre ellos,
it's dude, I just look at, yo encontré, there is 5-piece from Valencia, España, and they have an album and an EP. Pero se la dejan caer, man.
Yeah. You did go a little dark on this side, it's beautiful. Pero
it all flows, man.
It does, absolutely. Yeah, man.
Well, it's a great set.
Yeah.
Talking about it, I don't know why you said like, oh, I'm taking it a different direction. I'm like, No. You didn't.
Comienzas con una chela y luego sacas el tequila y luego after that, towards the end of the night ya se acabó and you're like looking in your pantry, de repente te encuentras una botella de vino rojo and vino tinto, and then so you just keep going, right? And I think that's what this set is about tonight. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Getting that energy out.
Yeah, these next two bands that we're going to listen to salieron casi al mismo tiempo, and I feel like their stuff's coming up, which is super cool because they're both really good.
Yeah. Entonces son españoles estos.
Sí, son de Valencia.
Porque pues esta portada es una portada de cassette, ¿no?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So I wonder if they, I mean, obviously it's digitized, pero turning on mics.
Ok, eso fue Cristal, la canción Cristal de Ortopedia Técnica de Valencia, España, a 5-piece from Valencia del álbum Sentencia que salió el año pasado. Post-punk, garage, fuse noise, pop, super, super cool band. I listened to pues, el cassette and the EP, and it was kind of hard to choose a song.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always a good problem. They have one EP que salió en el 2021 y este álbum que salió el año pasado.
Very cool. I liked it a lot, dude.
Yeah.
When you were saying, you went to a different, changing it up, I'm like, no, dude, it's totally. It's de cara A a cara B. It's all good, dude. Yeah. All right, let's keep it going, bro. You got lots of good songs.
Dale.
All right. So nos vamos a quedar en España. Ahora vamos a Madrid, España, a escuchar este power trio, Mi Amigo Mac. La canción es Lo Siento, Te Quiero, del EP Canciones para Dejar de Estar Solo, que salió el año pasado. And, dude, where the fuck have I been the last couple of years? I mean, these guys, this awesome EP que sacaron, honestly, like every single song that I listened, I'm like, shit, I don't know which one to play. So I just chose one.
That's not a bad thing, dude.
Lo siento, te quiero.
Okay. Mi amigo Mac. Mi vecindad.
And it starts like they volley their stereo, right?
I was thinking of you with this song, Chivo. I thought you would dig the song.
No, I do. Totally. Thing is, I like the whole set for various reasons. And that's what G and I were talking about before we started, like how a lot of the new bands and a lot of the new stuff that we've been digesting lately blurs genres. It's kind of hard to pigeonhole anything, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I haven't quite made up my mind.
It's definitely un sonido español, pero you can even narrow it down to like a Madrid sound. I think they are creating like a very niche sound.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? All right, that makes me feel a little bit better. Un sonido very, very español. Like, okay, I get it. All right. And I've been saying, ya tengo como 3 years or so that I've been like constantly blown away and impressed by the new bands and the old bands, the quality of the music that's coming out of that region. It's so consistent. I mean, can you imagine being a La Malasaña living there? Because you're going to see any one of these bands every few weeks, into rotation. They don't tour as much as they do in the States, but like every couple of weeks, you're going to see one of these bands. Wait 6 months and you'll see them again.
Yeah,
the scene's got to be so like. Can you imagine being a 25-year-old in La Malasaña right now?
We will actually talk about it a little bit more in a few minutes.
Okay.
Ahora, MVMN, la radio de mi vecindad, Angels Beat y Diablovisión. Música, all kinds of música. You know, we're talking about genres. ¿Cuántas genres tiene MVMN? You know, un chingo.
Well, I definitely like como dijo Manolo. That's another is very madrileño. And the funny thing is the two bands that I played that sounded a little bit different sounded very from Peru, but they are from Peru. So like, okay, you know, maybe it's like, you know, maybe these different regions are just shining that bright in their own sound, which is beautiful for people like us.
That's happening actually throughout the night, and at the end even. You're totally right about that. El sonido de esa región. Esas regiones. Mi amigo Mac.
Power Trio. They're killing it, man.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'm definitely gonna.
¿Y esta de Cuchillas?
Yeah, I think Cuchillas is a band that's flying under the radar. They're so good. Like everything I've listened from them is solid. It's solid to really good.
But let's go back. Okay, Amigo Mac, Madrid, Cuchillas, también de España.
Pero la cantante es de España. Los otros miembros, uno es de Colombia y el otro es de Argentina.
Okay, all right. But trip on this. There's so much good stuff coming out of that area that you have to be almost like
selective. Almost?
I mean, if everybody's putting on 4 and 5 star matches,
yeah.
What are you going to do to stand out?
Yeah.
You know? In other words, if Cochillas would have started maybe a few years before when it was a bit quieter, like, and it's not a knock on them. To me, it's that's how amazing esa escena ahorita es de España, that like, man, so many good bands. It's scary. So what are bands like como Triángulo gonna do?
You know, I said it like a few minutes ago. We're gonna pick this up in a few minutes because it's all gonna come full circle.
Okay.
So tienes algo ahí. You're packing something. What are you packing in there?
He's stroking it right now. He's stroking it. Yeah. He's just prepping it. He's prepping it. He's fluffing it.
Como dice, esta es la cola, y dice, no, más abajito. Mi vecindad, Diablovisión, saludos al Angel del Angels Beat, a Diablovisión. Hay unos carnales muy apoyadores a través de Diablovisión. Saludos a los de Diablovisión. There's a great network of people que apoyan ahí a través de Diablovisión. Un saludo a Diablovisión. También la portada de Cuchillas, you know?
Yeah. I think they are in the process of releasing something. Okay. Acabamos de escuchar a Mucho Mejor de Cuchillas de su EP ¿Por qué no odiar? Que acaba de salir este año. Noise rock, noise pop, garage, indie rock de Zaragoza, España. La cantante pues es de España, pero uno de los otros integrantes es de Colombia y se me hace que el baterista es de Mar de Plata, Argentina. So, definitivamente mundial. 3 EPs, 5 singles, y Cuchillas is a band that I feel is flying under the radar. Y tuvimos unas conversaciones fuera del aire. Todas las canciones que tienen, super solid, pero ahorita España, especialmente Madrid, is just on fire.
Yeah. It's like Kenny Omega. How many 5-star matches can you keep putting on to where they start blurring? You know?
let's blur it some more.
Well,
all right. So,
Manuel's going to take it to where I think he's going to take it to.
A ver.
okay.
He's got
So,
his reasons.
acaba de salir el nuevo álbum de Biznaga llamado Ahora y la canción que vamos a escuchar es El Entusiasmo. And cuando salió este álbum, inmediatamente les dejé saber a Dr.G y a Chivo, and I'm like, new Biznaga album just dropped. And I'm like, we're
And
going to have some really
I went and hid because I was
Mhm.
working at the time,
Mhm.
and I tried to digest it little by little. And I listened to it ese día in snippets. And then the next day también in snippets, and then I let it rest.
Mhm.
Now I've been listening to esta tema that you put on quite a few times,
Mhm.
and it's more than grown on me.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, el desde porque Biznaga sacó un álbum no hace tanto, hace 2 años. Y desde entonces y hasta ahora.
Un temazo de un disco. Like,
Ya. Álbum del año cuando salió en el 2022.
para aquí, para nosotros en Vecindad.
Y ahora sacan este nuevo álbum y desde entonces el guitarrista, pues hubo un cambio en guitarristas, ahora tienen un nuevo guitarrista y sin decirle nada a los muchachos, we just listened to it y tuvimos unas buenas discusiones y lo primero que, pues sí, que la conversación es el sonido de la guitarra. So, we've had a number of different conversations durante varias de las bandas que hemos escuchado esta noche. A lot of really, really young blood. Lots of young blood los últimos 2-3 años. Madrid is on fire. And so una de las... me acuerdo un comentario que hizo el Chivo cuando estábamos escuchando el último álbum que salió de Biznaga. You said, I'm afraid that Biznaga, with this album, has peaked.
And I'm gonna comment on that after you're done.
Okay. Y ese comentario que hiciste hace 2 años, and I was like, I'm curious cuando saquen nuevo material, how I'm going to feel about it. And I've had mixed feelings about it. Ahora, entra un nuevo guitarrista, so check this out. El nuevo guitarrista de Biznaga es Álvaro Casado, mejor conocido en España como Torete, de la banda Error 97. So
ese muchacho he's still wearing pimple cream, dude.
So Error 97 comenzó hace como 4 años cuando los morrillos tenían 15, 16 años.
Yeah, I've been playing him for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, so Álvaro ahora acaba de cumplir 21 años. And it's interesting porque el bajista y el cantante, que también se llama Álvaro, they're in their early 40s. El baterista fue el último miembro que entró más reciente.
Y ya tiene casi 10 años tocando con ellos.
Yeah. Y él tiene, it's interesting porque it's like 10-year difference, you know, like 2 of the original band members, tienen 41, Milky, el baterista, tiene 31, y ahora este nuevo guitarrista tiene 21 años. So it's interesting how they're incorporating.
He's also the singer for Error 97.
Es el vocalista y guitarrista de Error 97 y consensus among the scene in España is que Torrente is one of the best guitarists in Spain. So Biznaga snatched him. It's interesting what this kid's gonna do.
Well, the funny thing is I have programmed one of the new singles for Error 97 coming up. Like, so he's still playing in Error 97.
Yeah, acaban de sacar un sencillo en agosto.
Okay, so let me go back to what I was saying. I think I'm going to 100% stand by what I said. Biznaga, as far as we know, Biznaga,
right,
peaked on their last album. Period. Okay, but let me caveat that. It's like going back to, like, say, Music for the Masses and Violator, Hot, and Disintegration for The Cure. We could argue that esos dos discos por esos grupos were the peak.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened after that? Okay, I'll stand by saying, like, to me, that's when I listen to those bands, everything beneath that is what I cherish and love.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that everything after that
Mm-hmm.
isn't great. It's just, for me, it wasn't as great.
You know what this reminds me of? Porque ya he escuchado el álbum 5 o 6 veces. And I gotta say, la primera vez que lo escuché, la diferencia en la guitarra y también porque el álbum se escucha un poco más pop.
Yeah.
And coming back to las conversaciones que estamos teniendo, el sonido madrileño, it's blurring. Like I feel que, so the 2 songs that I picked, very different bands, but I feel like they're almost they're coming together and they're slipping past each other. One's getting poppier, one's getting a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, I think the more I listened to esta rola de Biznaga, the more I liked it. Now, let me defend Biznaga. If we closed our ears and our minds and pretended that Biznaga was a new band and we never listened to los 4 discos que sacaron antes de esto, would we like it? Yeah, we would. We wouldn't be as picky because we expect. I mean, Biznaga, el último pinche disco que sacaron was like, is one of the best punk rock albums of the last 5 years in whatever language you want to speak. Okay, to where they shift gears. This isn't necessarily a punk rock album. Okay, is it a bad thing? No, because I know G's going there like, and I know G wants to say, but is it good?
Well,
it is. It's so fucking.
You know?
It's so, dude. It's so fucking good. Like with each listen, it's like you're listening to layers and layers. So what I'm gonna say is, lo que me recuerda of One Man Army when the guitarist joined the Swingin' Utters.
Yeah. Okay. Different. Yeah. When Jack joined when Jack, the singer for One Man Army, joined the Swingin' Utters, it did change.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And it was still really fucking good.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So I'm curious to see where this goes. I have not listened to the Biznaga album since then. I've only been listening to this song. So I'm listening to it with fresh ears. But anyways, estamos alegando aquí, but that's what we are. We're music nerds, guys.
We're fucking geeks, dude. We're geeks.
We will nitpick
I think everything people want to listen to, so let's go.
Okay, vamos. Mi vecindad, Biznaga, nuevo temazo.
There's
okay. Manolo, I did not research it. So you telling me?
Oh, I had to fucking dig for this shit, dude. Okay. I had to fucking dig to find out who the guitarist was.
Okay. Now it makes. I've been playing at Oro 97 for the last 2 years here in Mi Vecindad, knowing full well they're borderline Blink 182. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I think I showed you a couple of videos of it.
Yeah, you played one with Juan something.
Yeah, and what I liked about them is that they were just young and bouncing off the walls. A lot of energy, and I love that in my punk rock. Were they too fresa? Yeah, but you know,
we had a thread going on when I was listening to the album de Biznaga, because there's certain songs, right, that are very like hot topicy, like they're topics about certain drugs or topics about certain experiences, right? And not to say that los diferentes décadas, porque now that you mention it, Diabolico, son décadas, no los décadas de the 3 decades within their mix. It's still very Biznaga to a certain extent. Obviously, la voz, obviamente, ¿no?
Sí.
Pues el niño, el muchachito Álvaro from Error 97, we could bet the house that homie grew up on Biznaga.
Oh yeah.
You know, that he's a fan. So you have a fan joining the band who is in own right has a very, very decent band. You know, not quite as big as Anabeli that we're going to listen to, but like they're gaining some traction.
Well,
Error 97 is gaining traction. Now their stock is going to go up because people are going to be like, well, let me look at the catalog.
Yeah. So I listened to the album the first few times. It was just to compare it to what I knew of Biznaga, and then when I found out who the guitarist was, and all the hype that they were talking about, how an amazing guitarist this kid is, it's like then I went in and I'm like, okay, I want to listen to his guitar parts.
Yeah,
and they're good.
Well, if you listen to Error 97, it's very well polished. To where when I first played him, we argued if possibly estos muchachos, porque creo que dos son hermanos, if their family's connected to the music industry because they had too much like
good gear.
Yeah, too much good gear. The recording quality, everything was too top notch for kids that young. You know. Yep, crazy.
So yeah. So ahora Annabelle, dude. So Annabelle, when we first listened to them, was super pop, really good pop. Now it seems like they're starting to blur more into the more aggressive punk.
You know, and you know what?
We applaud them.
Why? Because there's a lot of bands. When Annabelle came out, there was Error 97 was coming out. Carolina Durante does their own thing that's very similar, maybe not as aggressive, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it is, como dijo Manolo, now it makes it more in clarity. La escena de España y Madrid específicamente is out of control good. To where you kind of almost have to like shift gears. Like, Biznaga's going a bit more alternative, maybe. Annabelle like took it down a notch, and they're going more aggressive pop punk. You know,
more aggressive. They can afford the better stimulants. They're because no han dejado de producir también, no?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
So been evolving that way too. You know, and lo que me ocurre es que estos grupos también están dejando un legado, ¿no? Con estas voces icónicas de ese estilo, ¿no? En español, you know? Which at the beginning of the show we tuvimos una conversación muy extensa sobre qué está pasando con los géneros, qué va a pasar después de que ese estilo, esa voz ya no existe. ¿Qué va a pasar con la música? Where is that going?
Well, I'm curious. I mean, again, con Biznaga thing, like, I don't know. I for as good as this album is, I don't think it's going to beat the last album, but it's almost impossible to. You know.
Here's my, because I saw that an interview que hicieron al principio del año, and the one thing that came back to me was they're going to fucking guide this kid. They're gonna guide him. So in the end, he's gonna when Biznaga is done, he's gonna continue.
Oh yeah, and he's still gonna have Error 97. The thing is
Mike's.
Oh,
Okay.
Regresamos.
Okay, we're back.
We get too excited. We
are. This is such a great shit. Such a good shit. Great show. Dynamic conversations on and off the air. We can't shut the fuck up. Acabamos de escuchar a Annabelle Lee con la canción El Nuevo Orden de su nuevo álbum del año pasado, Ganamos Perdiendo, de Barcelona, España, ni punk, ni indie.
But somewhere in between.
And it's interesting, el sonido madrileño. Annabelle Lee, cuando primero lo escuchamos hace unos cuantos años, they were a little bit more on the poppy side. Really good.
But they had bite though. They had bite, and that's why we loved them here.
And now I see Biznaga going one way, Annabelle going the other way, and they just like blew each other a kiss as they passed each other by.
Chingale, con que no sea el beso negro.
And if so, it doesn't matter. It's all good.
Aceptamos todo. Y bueno, qué discusión qué conversación llena de mucha energía y emoción, porque we to a certain extent, I think we do take some of this personal. Porque nos gusta.
I think that just means,
yeah.
Oh yeah, we're super into this.
Yeah.
Este rollo.
Absolutely. Bueno, terminamos esta noche. A ver si no se enoja Emilio, because we went over the hour. Emilio, we went over the hour.
No hay pedo.
No hay pedo. Bueno. No, I was just texting with him last couple of days ago, and it's like, totally missed La Banda Elástica, and siempre in our hearts from the beginning of el movimiento. Y hablando del beginning del movimiento, hoy terminamos con un grupo que se llama UPA. Is there some Russian influence there? ¿Quién sabe? I don't know, to tell you the truth. Lo que sí sé es que este grupo era contemporáneo de Los Prisioneros de Chile. Son chilenos. They were on a tip, aunque very similar, ¿no? Contemporáneos en mucho sentido, el lado New Wave, pero le metieron también al jazz, so they got a little bit into jazz, which en esos entonces, en los 80s, because they started in 1980.
Yeah, they look 80s.
Yeah, there was some fusion, because lo que le llamaban antes, ¿no? Fusion de estilos de música, y ellos estaban a ese lado, and they became more on the socialist type expressions in their songs, comparación de Los Prisioneros, que eran mucho más de the happy, the good stuff. And obviously, Los Prisioneros, they hit it with a few songs and they just fucking blew up. And there's, existieron del 80 como hasta el 90, 91. They took a hiatus, and then recently, I would say in 2016, they started coming back with some more stuff. So, like, músicos que you just... Chivo, we were talking about this earlier. When will we let go of Mi Vecindad? It's hard because we love it. We love the music, and parte de lo que hacemos es compartir ese amor que le tenemos a la música en estos géneros de Mi Vecindad. Y con eso terminamos con la canción Cuando Vuelvas, de UPA, de Chile, para ti.
Hasta la próxima semana, muchachos. Agur.
You're muted.
You muted yourself.
Buenas noches, raza. Listen to the new Viznaga album.
Upa. So, the funny thing, Manolo, we're having this whole conversation, and without knowing anything that you were talking about, I put together this set list yesterday and today.
Nice.
So I'm not even kidding you. Like, everything we talked about, look at that.
Oh, damn. La Moda, Thatcher's, fucking Error 97.
And this is without you and I talking, without G talking earlier with me. I was working on that already. So, and then remember you're playing La Elite? Well, I have a collab with Mujeres and La Elite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, exactly. So it's a trip.
We're continuing this playlist.
It sounds a little different. It sounds a little different. Manolo will probably freak it out a little bit, but yes, it's gonna blur though. So try to think along those lines. You know. So Manolo, push yourself. Maybe not even push yourself. Just dig in your pockets. Dig into your other pocket for the rest of the beer money. It's
to your back pocket.
And maybe if you want, since Viznaga did have a new album out, play another track of theirs.
Cool.
If you're down with it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we'll just go with it, and we'll tie it into Error 97 without us planning. Now we're planning, but go with that and see what you think. What do you think, G? You okay with that?
Absolutely, yeah. Te digo, I remember clearly, and going back to Dan Biznaga. Dan Biznaga is there's a reason why I like Biznaga. Además de la música, la significancia, I could go on and on, but there's some history there. listening to the song, commenting with you guys as I'm driving and texting, but I'm not texting. I'm actually speaking to the phone so they could text for me.
Hands free.
Hands free. That's what it's called, hands free. Y pensando mucho en what I said earlier, ¿no? Que nos encanta este tipo de música, este género, you know, and desde los 80s hasta ahorita, you know.
Yep.
So, anyway, vamos a despedirnos de el Face. Si quieren escuchar más de este tipo de música a través de MVMN Live 365, ahí están los links. Vamos a subir un poquito más de música. Estamos subiendo más música en la radio, así que para que escuchen más de esto. Y con eso nos despedimos del Face. Buenas noches, Facebook.